Every once in a while, there's a story that pops up in my newsfeed, or that someone links to me on Discord or wherever else, and I just think, my God, how did this happen? Why is society like this? And that's kind of what I'm thinking with this story we're going over today. And now I must say, before we even get started, you can see this is the Daily Mail. Hate the Daily Mail. Disgusting. Their website's really bad as well. Look at all these ads. I've got ad block. Wait, why is my ad blocker not on? Oh, folks, my life has just been changed. Oh. Apparently not. I need it off to read their damn page. Okay, thanks. Anyway, screw Daily Mail. They're terrible. As is their website. It's horrible. How can you even read these articles? Look at all this crap all over my page. Go away. Why are you showing me these stupid shorts? I don't want them. I just bought new chairs. I don't want... Ooh, meatless food. Right, I'm stopping. Right. Woman 22 who had sexual contact 3 times with a boy aged 14 who she met on the internet avoids jail time after a judge says there was a genuine affection between the pair. Going purely on this headline, folks, doesn't that just make you lose all remaining faith in the legal system, in justice, in humanity? Because I think that's disgusting. Because there was a genuine affection. I guarantee you, if this was the other way around and it was the man who was 22 and the female who was 14, I guarantee you that judge would not have had that exact same opinion. I guarantee you that. Sophie Johnson, aged 22, was communicating online with the 14-year-old boy. Newcastle Crown Court ignored repeated warnings about the youngster's age. She admitted having sexual contact with the boy over the period of a few days. She received a 3-year community order and 5 years on the sex register. That's it? A community order and 5 years on a register? Can you imagine what would happen if it was some creepy old man who did this with a young girl? My lord. I mean, I'm sure there's even been cases of women being prosecuted much worse than this. What was this judge smoking when he handed out this sentence? A woman who had sexual contact with a 14-year-old boy she met online has been spared prison. Sophie Johnson engaged in sexual activity with this schoolboy on 3 occasions within the space of a few days, a court heard. Newcastle Crown Court heard that she had ignored warnings about his age and failed to take steps to ensure he was over 16. So this woman was actually warned about his age, saying, "Are you sure you know his age? Are you sure about this?" And she disregarded it. However, once she realised how young he was, she stopped what was happening between them. I want to know how that went down. How did she finally realise how young he was? Did he finally just tell her? Could she not tell beforehand? Could she not work out beforehand how young he was? Like, seriously, I understand that some younger people look older, okay? Sometimes they do look older, but a 14-year-old looking over 18 and you being 22 and you not picking up on that? Like, sure, over the internet, maybe you don't pick up on it, okay. But once you actually meet in person, surely the physicality of a 14-year-old is nothing like the physicality of an 18-year-old. No? What about the personality, the mindset? I don't understand how you could have no idea at all that he might be very, very young. Especially when this says she had ignored repeated warnings. And these are pictures of her. Johnson, pictured, was described in court as immature for her age and ceased all contact with the boy after she discovered his real age. Immature for her age. Is that really the excuse we're going with? Really? The court heard Johnson, 22, who is immature for her age, began communicating with the boy online and they swapped messages before meeting. The prosecutor said the prosecution cases Miss Johnson did not reasonably believe he was 16 or over and took no steps to find out his age. The basis of pleas when she found out his age, she stopped the sexual contact, which is accepted. She ignored the warnings of others, but when she found out his age, she desisted. I can understand, say, not realising that someone who says they're 18 is actually 17, okay? That's like a year difference, okay? That's a slight little thing, and I could understand overlooking that. Or 15, 16, stuff like that, a year difference. But you're talking about a 14-year-old. You're talking about a 14-year-old and confusing them for someone who is 16 or over, which is for the legal age of consent. 14-year-old. How? I'm struggling to process this in my head. How do you, as a 22-year-old, look at a 14-year-old, regardless of whether or not you know their age, and actually think that's a good idea to go near that person sexually. They surely do not look anything like a grown-up. They surely do not seem like they're 18 or your age or whatever. Even if this person was the legal age of 16, that is still very, very weird for a 22-year-old to be with a 16-year-old. I would say it's wrong. I would say that's morally wrong. Yes, it's legal, but it's really, really effing weird. And it's creepy. And it's not right. Mr. Dwag, I don't know how you say his name, said there appears to be a genuine affection between them and the sexual activity only happened over a short period of time. The genuine affection means nothing. Why does that matter? That literally means absolutely nothing. You're basically justifying paedophilia and child sex crimes because there's some affection between them. That's ridiculous. So should all grooming cases just be dismissed? Because obviously these people have been groomed to like them and whatever, so there's affection there, so it's genuine and... No, that's ridiculous. This is the most ridiculous thing. My God. The boy did not provide a victim impact statement, and while he cooperated with the prosecution, he did not wish to provide any further information. Johnson had no previous convictions, pled guilty to 5 counts of sexual activity with a child, and was sentenced to 3 years community order and must sign the sex offenders register for 5 years. Sentencing her, Judge Sarah Mallett, so a woman judge, said, "This was a relationship of mutual affection, and there was no pressure applied or grooming of any sort." My God. Are these people, is this disgusting judge seriously making excuses for this? This judge is justifying this relationship. This judge is basically saying the relationship's okay. This is honestly disgusting. This is revolting stuff, folks. And this is happening in Newcastle, England. We have a female judge there, Sarah Mallett. This was a relationship of mutual affection. There was no pressure applied or grooming. Wow. Just wow. These proceedings have obviously had a significant effect on you and have been the victim of a serious offence yourself during that time. You've had to leave your home and family and lost your job as a result of this offending, and I accept that you're remorseful. The judge said there are issues about Johnson's future employment and what was your chosen field. She added, you have experienced significant punishment in one way or another as a result of the offences. That's not to put aside the effect of offences like this on their victim, but there is no victim personal statement. I understand he has tried to make further contact with you. I hope there will be no long-term harmful effects on the boy. This just... I'm honestly speechless. I don't know what to say other than this is disgusting. This is ridiculous. I can't believe this actually happened. She's remorseful and embarrassed, and Your Honour can be confident that the court will not see her again. Yeah, alright. She's lost her career, had to leave her home area where her family are, and her mental health has deteriorated, and this has been hanging over her for a lengthy period of time. Seriously, this is some wacky crap, folks. That's where I'm ending this. I'm done with that story. Honestly, that is so ridiculous. Let me know what you're thinking about this in those comments down below. I'm disgusted by this story. What do you think? Do you think this woman should have gone to jail? Do you think it's okay that a 22-year-old was banging a 14-year-old? That's horrible. Anyway, check out my links in the description down below. As always, let me know what you're thinking in those comments, and I'll see you all in the next video.